Welcome back, RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got a deal for you. This one is not for sale. This is not your normal property video where I'm trying to sell you a property or telling you about one that's for sale. This is one that I'm looking for a partner on, a partner who can help with paperwork and funding this property to take it from a deal to through the finish line to make it go full circle, turn into a profitable deal. So we can buy this property for a hair under $65,000. The local broker who owns land and has been dealing land in the area believes for a quick sale we can sell it about $145,000. If we want to give it a year and market the thing properly, we could probably get $190,000 for the property. So we could buy it for 165, and I'm more on the line of the quick sale kinds of numbers, like the 145 numbers, a little over double what we can buy it for, and take it for a run. We'll sign up the local broker to go list this thing, market it, and run with it. What I'm offering you for somebody who wants to partner with this deal, I'm asking for, or I'm offering 30% of the profits if we sell it fast within the first 90 days of marketing, first 90 days on market. If it takes longer than that, then I'll share 50% of the profits of the deal with you. I would ask that if you're watching this video on landtank.com, please go hit the reserve button and go for it after I'll get into more details of the property. If you're watching this on YouTube, please contact me. I'll put my contact information in the description of this video, and feel free to reach out to me and ask me more about the deal and details of the deal and how this works if you've never been involved in one of these before. After the deal is done, I'll and somebody wants to go for this, I'm going to take the video, I'm going to unpublish it off of YouTube. And so this video, hopefully, if everything works out right, won't last for that long. So now let's jump into the property. Let's talk about the actual property that this opportunity is about. So we're in Massachusetts. We're in Worcester County, Massachusetts. The property is here on the map over my shoulder. This is Main Street that goes behind us here. And along Main Street, I found there's a pet supply company. There's takeout food. There's women's clothing. There's a bar down the street a little bit. The public library is just across the street, like right over here. There's an orthodontics office, which is next door. It's like this property just straight south of it. There's an antique store that's like two down. There is a auto service center like down here. You can get your car fixed. A little bit further down, there's a funeral home. And so there's up the street and down the street, there's a lot of businesses along the street. People are building businesses and having houses. So it's a mixture, either or, and the combined of them. Like two doors down, they've got an antique store in the front and a house in the back. So you can use this property for a house and or a business. And so when you start having land that you can use for a business, it's a different kind of marketing. It's a different kind of use. People come that want to fix cars or change oil or whatever the business might be, they could use this property for. People are looking to buy it as a business, to create their business, to relocate their business or build their business or add on to their business. They're making an economic decision to build this out and make it work. And the price they pay for that economic decision is not as much based on real estate as a whole, but it can be much more based on how much they can pay to have it fit into their business. Now you still have to look at real estate as a whole because they might buy across the street or up the road or down the road instead of our property. So we've got this broker that I was just telling you about, local guy who owns and has operated commercial properties up and down the street. He thinks we can sell it for the 145 with his knowledge of this area, his knowledge of the property, his knowledge of the local markets that are going on. I targeted this area because statistically the time on market is very low. This particular zip code, which is 01536 North Grafton, Massachusetts, Redfin is thinking that they have an average of 18 days on market in this zip code properties. These are properties that have buildings on them, not vacant land. Always takes longer, but the averages are 18 days on market. Boston, which is a really hot market, it's one of the hottest markets in the country. Things are flying, volumes going like crazy, prices are jumping. They're 19 days on market. Boston's just down the road. I mean, there's a road just under my shoulder here if I zoom out. I'll show you where we're at. So we're in North Grafton. Worcester is just is this bigger city here. So that's the county seat. Worcester, right off the screen there. Property's right over my shoulder, right here. If you keep an eye on that, let's flip it to this different coloration of a map. I think it might be easier to track the thing. Okay, so look at a political map instead. So Boston is here. This is Boston. There's well, let me move it. Boston Metro property, Grafton, or sorry, Worcester, North Grafton, South Grafton, and this is the Massachusetts Turnpike. This is the 80, I think. I should know that. 90. It's 90. Sorry, guys. It's the 90. Interstate 90, going right south of the property. So you could jump on there and go to downtown Boston. Not too far away. One of the local properties, I mean, I think the numbers that are coming from the local broker are much more of what you want to go off of, but there's a railroad track that goes behind the back of this property. And when there's a railroad track, I always like to take that into consideration and look at other properties in that area that are on the same railroad track. And so I found one that's right over here. It's not on this busy street where we've got traffic that we could sell stuff to. But it's along the railroad track over here. And I pulled that one up. And this one's on Zillow. They recently sold, this is 2019, 2 years ago, so 10/31/19, just a hair shy of 2 years ago. They sold this property for $250,000, and it's right on the railroad track. Here's a railroad track, here's a property. And I believe this is more housing than commercial, but this sold on the railroad track. There is another property that was south of here. If you look at all the comps and you're double checking my work, which please do, there was one that sold for $25,000, the lowest priced property in the area. And it's like, what the heck's going on with that one? I always like to see the lowest price one, so I know I'm not out to lunch, right? The $25,000 trade is unbuildable because of the size of the property. They needed to get more land or add on more land from the neighbors before you could use it to build anything. So basically, almost worthless property sold for $25,000. But there's a lot of properties in the area that have sold for $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 because we're in the Massachusetts greater reach of pricing sphere, if you will. And so I don't think on the railroad track, on a busy street, commercial use ability to this property, the broker is out of line. It is $145,000 kind of price on the shorter term price. So there's my analysis of this property. I'm going to put some details of this deal in the listing, or not the listing, in the description of this video below. So please look at the description. I'll put my contact information there. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, you can look some of this stuff up and or call. Feel free to call, ask questions. And as soon as I find somebody that's interested in going for this one, that's ready to go, that's got the funds ready to go, they're willing to sign the paperwork that I have to sign and take over this deal, wire money in to closing, hold this thing in their name. This is going to be in your name if you're the one funding this and a partner on helping me do paperwork on this. I'm going to put it in your name because you're putting up the money. And then later on, when this thing sells, I'll put an invoice into title that says, hey, remember Luke's cut here, and we'll do the math, and title will just pay out a title. So your money goes into title, your money comes out of title. I don't want your money to come my way, and it just keeps it clean and easy and straightforward, and nice, good way of doing business. So please give me a call, reach out, let me know if you're interested in this one, and or other deals. We always have other deals coming along too. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one.